お待ちを。
え、オイラたちがどうかしたか？
お嬢様からのお手紙があります。どうかお読みください。
手紙？はあ、見せてくれ。これって夜こっそり会いたいってことか？それにお前このことに感づいてたみたいだけど、なんでだ？こっそり何やってんだよ。夜になったら彼女に聞いてみよう。
You finally arrived. Allow me to introduce myself. This is technically the second time we have met.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan, all right.
No need to be...
Is it Paimon or does...
The reason why I want...
Discuss...
I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father, like daughter. Couldn't you be more original?
No, you misunderstand me. Please, allow me to explain. I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kamaji of the Tenryou Commission. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would better serve him politically. But my heart is with Kamaji. There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders. Outlanders seeking to get to Narukami Island. It would be regrettable to let such an opportunity pass.
Ah, Paimon gets the whole picture now.
Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to help you leave Rito. That is my promise. To be perfectly honest, as long as you remain in Inazuma, my father will have no intention of letting you leave Rito.
Yeah, we figured as much. It was...
I secretly overheard a conversation between They seem to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, it was the first time I had ever heard my father speak so... We don't have much time. I'll tell you my Very well. I'll be waiting for you at the... Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. Is there something wrong, Lady Hiragi?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and has ordered that myself and an additional qualified escort be dispatched to ensure safe transport of the goods.
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort this shipment personally, are you? There's certainly no need for you to trouble yourself with such a matter. And as for this qualified escort...
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father has already asserted that this shipment must arrive on time. I'm certain punishment will be duly dispensed if it fails to do so.
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that, well, we don't know who this...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? I'm sure you are all quite familiar with my father's temperament. Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my safety on your own?
Boy, Chisato can talk the talk. They don't stand a chance.
Yes, my lady. Very well then. It's an honor to have you accompanying us. Your safety is our highest priority.
Shinojo, you can't really be agreeing to this.
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our duty to serve her in the utmost capacity.
Yes, but that's not the problem here.
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will only allow potential thieves more time to prepare, no?
Yes, my lady. You heard her. There's no time to lose.
Narukami Island is up ahead. Cannot pass without a permit.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it.
I got careless.
This is order. Stabilize.
Free hip.
Take this!
Get a little taste. That tingle?
Take this!
No, my sword!
Lightning flash!
Another test subject.
Bellowing thunder!
Fry!
Monster sighted! Prepare to counterattack!
Protect Lady Hiragi at all costs.
We'll take care of this! Stay with Chisato!
I got careless.
Order guide you. Gather. Mind
Lightning
blade.
flash! Take this! Lightning flash! Lightning flash!
No, my sword!
Watch out! More monsters inbound!
Lady Hiragi, stay close.
Let me try.
Rain cutter! No, my sword!
Cross over!
more!
Take that!
Gather! Light and land!
Witness the power of Gugwa!
Say no more! I will have order! More! There's more!
Take this!
Say no more! Barry! Stabilize!
Lightning Slash! Time to act. Rain outlines your... Thunder!
Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to...
My lady!
Is there something...
No, as you...
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father has already asserted that this shipment must arrive on time. I'm certain punishment will be duly dispensed if it...
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that, well, we don't know who this...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? I'm sure you are all quite familiar with my father's temperament. Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my safety on your own?
Boy, Chisato can talk the talk.
Yes, my lady. Very well then. It's an honor to have you accompanying us. Your safety is our highest priority.
Shinojo, you can't really be agreeing to this.
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our duty to serve her in the utmost capacity.
Yes, but that's not the problem here.
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will only allow potential thieves more time to prepare.
Yes, my lady.
Murakami Island is up ahead. Cannot pass without a permit.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it.
Body and... No, my sword!
This isn't good.
I got carried.
Rain outlines your fate.
Have a little taste.
Lightning Slash!
Freeze! That tingle?
Solidify!
That tingle?
Take this!
Tingle? Another test subject.
Let me leave you a verse.
Monster sighted! Prepare to counterattack! Protect Lady Hiragi at all costs!
We'll take care of this. Stay with Chisato.
monsters inbound!
Lady Hiraki, stay close.
Cheap tricks. This is order. Stabilize. Say no more.
Take this!
Rain outlines your fate.
Rod's over!
My blade isn't over. Cheap tricks. You're open. Say no more. Quake. I'm ready. Yes.
No, my sword!
Go!
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may stop here. The road to Narukami Island is just over there. In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to grant you a special travel permit from the Tenryou Commission. Consider it a token of my appreciation.
My lady.
So that's how it is. I had a feeling something was amiss, but Shinojo, you...
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us, I'm sure of it. But who is this Kamaji you speak of, my lady?
I'm not afraid to say that he's the one I love.
The one you love?
Shinojo, did you honestly think that...
What? No, I was just clarifying, that's all. I would never in my wildest dreams,
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened. If my
Yes, of...
But what will...
Don't fret. My father... I wish you a safe...
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
all right.
Whew! We're finally on our own way again! I suppose it's time we find Toma. Now, where did he say he would meet us again? Oh, right! Komori Tea House!
Stabilize.
See? Huh? Ow! I'll remember that.
Stabilize.
the Ame no Ma.
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
Are our clothes really so... what Paimon means to say is...
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Well, that sounds more like it. Well, now that we're here, where's Toma? Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax. No need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form? Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
Alright. I've had my fun.
Hey! You're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister!
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier, though it was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies. Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same, but when the lightning struck... So you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
The books were more interesting than the
Probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt decree are put into this statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it for all time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryou Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue. And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, I don't know, selfish?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
Aspirations? Have you heard it before? that when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally!
Rise!
The insolent shall be punished. Where are you? No mercy!
Rain outlines your fate.
Order guide you.
Flow through me!
Gather! Stabilize!
This is Her Majesty's gift! This body belongs to ice and snow.
Crumble! quake! Crumble! God!
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guest. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at? Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Makes sense.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you, at present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can... Oh.
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
No, please! Wait! Please, don't go! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt.
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return here. Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
See, where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's...
You must also be here to try and Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out the treasure hoarder, but now, we will gladly apologize.
If you want my opinion, it's clear that Tejima had... I can't claim to... Truth be told, we aren't sure whether...
Seems like he's a well-respected guy. You must be Tejima. So what's made you wanna...
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question... True, but that's not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like... In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then...
Okay. Well, in that case... But if... Oh! Maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then... it'll...
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary. Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying a...
Perfect! So if we want to...
If you don't mind, we will leave...
One day, I'll be as great as you. This looks like Tejima's... Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was Black Snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance. Seems like your average diary of daily village life. Huh? Wait! There's more! I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for! Time to pay a visit to the shrine! So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elements... somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious. Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. It looks like a letter. Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? Huh. So the reason Tejima came, but he's been here for 30 years. Well, let's go give Tejima...
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me. Still, it's clear that I was... Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share. And how could I have forgotten something... Love? Regret? No. After all, I've forgotten. It's as if she'd never been in my life to be... I think... maybe... Although, when I think about it, like, how curious. Why am I... I shall remain here.
Tejima seems to be... Seems it's just like Ayaka. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we? Well, let's go find the next person. According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission. They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma, the ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself, I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. Doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, My house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth. But we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
Quake!
We really outdid ourselves this. All those samurai houses packed with.
You haven't. Today's just the.
You demand!
These seem like the treasure hoarders were.
Another test.
No, my sword!
You're open!
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew he shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom.
You've got a deal. Now show us what...
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in...
Yeah. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to... As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our...
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got or perhaps there's... Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it.
Whoa! How did Kurosawa end up...
Let me... Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase... However, the price of provisions...
So that's how he was getting those emergency... But why did he have to
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must... Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful... So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense. And no one ever appreciated what he did.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, if you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from... Of course, I'm sure. As for why he... If you're still curious, what... I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was in hindsight. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Oh, but before...
But we didn't buy anything!
Information is also a kind of commodity. Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly
At least we now know where the emergency provisions were coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession. Let's go talk to Kurosawa again, and see if he can remember anything. What are you doing here all by yourself?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand. But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow... This sword was once wielded by my... I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. What did he say? I can't see. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands and said to me, "With this sword, you should..."
Hey! If you look
Virtue? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah. Fortunately for us, let's go find the...
Rain outlines your fate. Time to act. Body and mind.
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Make-Your... This is his dojo.
Nanako, don't worry. Those thugs that challenged the dojo...
Maybe, but things have gotten dangerous before in the...
It's just because he's been...
Hey there!
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately! Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to...
Disciple?
Yep! We've heard all about the mighty master of Make-Your Shisu, but then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got...
From the way you're dressed, please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got I see you are earnest in... Sensei's name is Dome, though self-taught. He mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He once said that his goal was to become the best, and so... But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had... He says the strange... Junya and I have discussed it, but if I'm honest...
The Grand Narukami...
You haven't heard of it? It's not that we'd have any means of involving... So don't worry, Nanako. The exorcism will take place this evening.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should...
Shh. So you decided to come. Just now, when she asked him it looked like he was in. All the while he kept one of them was on. Since they wouldn't stop calling the ritual has now. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch.
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? We won't let them get away with... Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up?
Time to act.
Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person sighted!
How? Are you sure you're Dolmon's disciples? You moved unless... I guess it's been a few...
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the question. And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news, mister!
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day. Long before... I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know...
His senior?
Anzai. Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same swordmaster, studying Make-Yoshi Sui art together. I had begun training practitioners of Make-Yoshi Sui art, seek to achieve stillness of mind. But Domon sensei scolded him. I thought so too. Only then did I... He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world.
Sure sounds like he...
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of all the disciples. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. Later, I heard that he sparred. After that, I wanted nothing. So, when I decided to quiet... So you see... Okay, you've heard my story.
Seems like we got it. Still...
Does that mean he's just...
Nanako.
I am sorry, but spirits and all is certain...
Lady Yai? Is that...
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed. I am unable to say for certain...
Excuse me, Miss Ina...
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your time. I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken note?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai?
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact. Anyway, given that you've traveled all this way...
Sure, after... Who knows? Maybe...
down to business. There's more!
Rise! Crumble!
There's more!
This will end you!
What? Another bad one? No, let me try again.
Do you think that's Lady Ai? Oh, no wonder Junior was so excited. She has... Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now? It was probably nothing.
Keep away. I gave up the art of the sword. Please.
As you can see, Lady Ai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now.
Lady Ai, this is nothing.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Ai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both?
Lady, I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the sword masters. It requires one to take their sword. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry, Father.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Anza? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Anzai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambition, now I know that we can't, but that is no reason to strip them of theirs.
But what if one day I put everything I had in? If there's a chance they'll end.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I can't know whether I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness.
You see? You can place the being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me. So I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you... So, you are not in the same position.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of... But as your sensei, this is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway. But I am... Well, don't just...
So even though his ambition was taken away...
Traveler? A moment. So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Ooh, Lady Ai seems to have taken a real interest in you. She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so We can come back to it another time.
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our 3 friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah, short of getting them their visions back. Ayaka, how come this time you...
Because now that you have done the 3 things I asked of you, I can...
Wait a second. But isn't Toma your...
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are...
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people. But I believe that surely you understand what they must endure. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance? You will? Really? Naturally.
Alright, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you she wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after... Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more... confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komore Tea House?
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Oh, Paimon gets it!
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me? The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling. The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications whatsoever. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
Nevertheless, in addition to us, There was also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against—
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sangonomiya to say a little more about Sangonomiya. Historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island, but I do wonder whether there may be some other— Of course! We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal, they invariably adopt it almost makes one wonder whether they have—
Ooh! Paimon has a question, though!
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt Decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt Decree is—
So what are we gonna—
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article. The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryou Commission.
Darn! So they found out about it? Ugh.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu. Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might seek to— By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your shoulders alone. When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family. There,
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me. If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the Vision Hunt Decree, then you'd better think again. Believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered, and we've seen the same unpleasant outcome time after time.
Can't you make an exception? I just got this vision. I won't even use it,
So this is the Vision Hunt Decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things Psst! Hey! Wait! Huh? There's someone trying to get our attention. Come on! This way! What's going on? Can't you see we need to go help? Shh! Quiet! Just sit tight and watch for a moment. Hey! This isn't right, you know! Just because you don't have a vision doesn't mean you can sit back and watch others in trouble! Huh? Hey, wait! You do have a vision! Shh! If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
All right. Here.
take it.
Wise choice. All right, let's go.
What should we do now? He's already given up his vision. Doesn't he know what could happen to him after losing it? This is your fault. You're the one who stopped us from interfering.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon was about to unleash Paimonial wrath on Miss Yoimiya.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know? Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Great to meet ya.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya.
Whoa, that's quite the introduction. Paimon loves fireworks. It's nice to meet you.
Stop it, hon. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake visions in the first place. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew, I can't even imagine trying to run the business without it. Ugh.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man. It's too bad good people seldom get the recognition they deserve.
Master Masakatsu?
Huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say! Then it sounds like the Shirasagi Himegimi has a plan. Awesome! I've been thinking about but if I just marched straight in there by myself, I'd probably get Miss Kamisato in a whole heap of trouble. So, what about if I join you instead?
Sure, welcome to the team! Ayaka told us to go look for help at a fireworks shop. She must have meant you!
Seems like I finally got a new job to do. Besides hiding vision bearers in my shop, that is. So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station. I've already surveyed the area and...
Whoa, talk about a reliable source. Seems we...
Not bad, huh? Let's go as soon as everyone's ready. Don't worry, Master Masakatsu. We're on our way.
Time to break him out!
You can find everything and anything.
I hear you've got a job for me.
Now that we're inside, this place is a whole lot creepier than Paimon imagined.
Come on, this way. As long as we stay quiet, we've got a good chance. I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. Let's find Master Masakatsu and get out of here. We should split up. I've got a little present to prepare for Master Masakatsu. I'll be right back.
You sure? Alright then.
Yes, you too.
must withdraw.
Talk about a big door! Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Stabilize.
Time to go!
I must withdraw. I must withdraw.
Brace yourself.
No, my sword! Body and mind.
Don't hold back.
Go!
Battle formation! Soldiers, quick!
Let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your fate. You can't run!
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
I must withdraw.
Brace yourselves.
I will have order.
Gather.
Soldiers, quick!
Rain cutter.
Watch your step.
Higher, higher, hands on fire!
Don't hold back. Clear cut. I dare you. I need to train harder.
Rain outlines your fate.
Allow me to strike first. I've been tested.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Stabilize. Teach me a lesson. Show me what you solidify.
Let me weave you a verse. Punishment. Judgment.
Show me what you've got. I dare you. Order guide. Don't hold back. Gather. Watch your step.
fast!
I need to train harder.
Time to go! You can't run!
I've been rested.
Rain outlines your fate.
This isn't good!
No, my sword!
I will have order.
Gather!
You can't run!
Shh! Quick! Hide! Look over there. That must be Master Masakatsu.
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool us?
Locking you up was just the beginning.
No!
Oh no! Those Tenryo Commission brutes are torturing him!
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then... Huh? Yoimiya, when did you get back here?
I can't...
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am.
We were just teaching him a little lesson, that's all.
Huh? Who's that?
That's Kojo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army. What's she doing here?
Make way, let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military regulations.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also unworthy of the Tenryo Commission itself. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am. It won't happen again.
Oh, Paimon sure wouldn't want to get on...
Hey, this is our chance. Let's move while they aren't watching Master Masakatsu.
Yoimiya, are you sure now's the right time?
Who is that? Quick, go and investigate.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. I didn't mean to. Don't worry, I've got us covered. Time for my little present.
Fireworks!
Huh? Was that an explosion?
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were enough...
Fireworks aren't just for festivals, you know. I was particularly proud of this batch. I decided to.
Whoa!
Yoimiya, this is turning into a bit of a fireworks display.
Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
Look, the coast is clear.
Yoimiya, is that you?
Master Masakatsu! Sorry we took so long. Oh, those awful guards.
Come on! We've got no time to lose! Oh.
Yes. Leave. Before I let my judgment get the better of me. He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical attention. But remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right back.
Well... You can bet we'll do all we can to keep that from happening.
Leave this place.
We're finally out of that creepy place.
Yes.
Master Masakatsu, how do you feel? Can you hold on?
Don't worry. I think I can make it to...
Thank you. All of you.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to rescue... Right, Kujosara. It seems as though there are... How about we go tell... Ha!
Huh? Time to act.
I see. So Kujosara stayed her hand. It would appear she still has some honor to her. I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her. Perhaps we could coax out some information.
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujosara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt decree. She obeys the orders of the Raiden Shogun without question. In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat to the decree. This is why she was so willing to allow his escape. If our true motives were ever divulged, she would act against us without a second thought.
True. Though if you ask me, Master Masakatsu's release is an unexpected blessing. We are now one step closer to victory. And we couldn't have done it without Yoimiya and the Traveler. You're turning out to be even more reliable than we expected.
Don't mention it.
Indeed. Things may have turned out very differently this time without the help of the Traveler. But if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt, it is time we...
There's no need to rush. Things seem to have taken... yes, which remind... And the number...
A ceremony, you say?
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing...
You do... Being in a constant state of alert will only tire us further. Toma, what would you...
I'd say a celebratory feast... Funny enough...
A hot pot game?
Simply put, every person prepares an ingredient to add to the hot. Then we take it in turns to close our eyes, pick an ingredient out of the pot, taste it. Anyone who guesses correctly can go... Don't you think it sounds like...
You really do? Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to get... Ooh! Hi! This is our...
Oh, my stomach! It feels like Yoimiya's fireworks are going off inside me.
Who would have guessed that Toma would be the winner? He ate practically all those weird ingredients without a second thought. Toma? You okay, buddy?
Salt-crusted herring, unripe lavender melon, flash-boiled dongo. Oh, and whatever that thing was that nearly froze my tongue off. Hold up. My life is starting to flash before my eyes. Time I call it a night, everyone.
You've only got yourself to blame, Toma. All those strange things you ate were ingredients you added yourself.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes, Ayaka? I think the Traveler ended up eating one. Boiling cakes and...
I must apologize.
Uh-oh. I feel like a new man.
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have...
Perhaps I think my luck is already... So without further ado...
Oh, bruh.
Yes, and with the extra
Let's all take some downtime is... I'll tidy things up.
There's gonna be a...
Sure, why not?
Bye, Toma.
The books were more interesting